In this video, I want to cover 10 things that I recommend that you sell in October on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook Shops, okay? Now this is if you're a reseller to buy and resell these obviously there, or if you're just drop shipping these, it's gonna work the same, right? These are things that were selling for me in the month of September, obviously, toward the end of the month of September mainly, and early in October, and have been selling since, okay? I literally went down my sales in both shops and Marketplace recently and just kind of looked for like similar things that I saw over and over and over again. There's nothing special here. I didn't plan it. I literally just did this like 5-10 minutes ago, wrote 10 of them down, and I'm here to report what those things are to you, okay? So if you appreciate any of the value in this video, give it a thumbs up. First and foremost is going to be one that, is common sense to everybody, but I'd be remiss if I didn't, at least mention it because it's been selling well, okay? Obviously in September and here early on in October, and that's Halloween decorations. Common sense, but it doesn't matter how saturated everybody else that's listing them gets. There's still a ridiculously high demand for Halloween decorations, and it's probably the thing that sold best for me in September on both Marketplace and Shops, okay? Obviously, same thing goes with like Thanksgiving decorations. List them. It's also going to be great right now, and up until Thanksgiving. Christmas decorations, same thing. Like people are still buying them right now, even though it's relatively early. They'll be buying them in November, and they'll obviously be buying them in December up until Christmas decorations, okay? Now, one thing that it's been selling well for me, not just, that's like overall, but not just on Marketplace and not just on Shops, but also on like other sites like Poshmark, Mercari, and stuff like that, has been like fall home decor. So you can literally just type that keyword in on any supplier, go after anything that's like fall home decor or literally anything, right? And that's also been selling well. It's super broad. You're gonna have to find good listings, high quality listings, but generally speaking, those things have been selling well for me on all the platforms, okay? So that's number one, just kind of get it out of the way, like as like a broad spectrum. Halloween decorations, Thanksgiving decorations, Christmas decorations, fall home decor, sells well, just does, that's a fact, okay? Next is outdoor tools that coordinate with fall and winter, okay? So again, you can do some research, you can look into this a little bit more, but that's things like, shovels, obviously, for shoveling snow. That's obviously things like leaf blowers have been selling really, really well. Another thing, like one of the other ones is I don't even know what to call them. Like why can't I think of the name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Like the scrapers for your car to like I can't even think about what it's called. It's gonna drive me nuts. To scrape the ice off your car windshield, obviously like wash it, scrape with a brush. I don't know what they're called, and I look like an idiot right now because I can't remember what they're called, but those things sell well. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, okay? So literally any outdoor tools like that sell well, obviously, as we're kind of moving into fall and winter here. Those things are gonna sell well, and they're gonna be more in demand, okay? Another thing that I listed randomly, and here's a key lesson, it's like I've been saying to a lot of people recently, like there's a lot of product research, there's a lot of like strategic ways to do product research, and they're all great, you should be doing them, right? But also like sometimes the best things for me that are like, that sell well and sell over and over and over again are like super, super random, okay? And like this was an accident, I listed this one day, I still remember the day that I listed this. I listed this personally, my VA did not list this, because I was going through, I had some extra time, I think before, like my girlfriend was getting ready, my fiance was getting ready, she, like, I had a little bit of time before we were going out to dinner, listed a couple things, and like I almost skipped over this one thinking it was terrible. And it was probably one of my best Halloween decorations as a category of things sold well for me the best in September. But this thing sold the best for me as like a specific thing in September, okay? And I still don't really know what it is, but it's Brassica mix or Brassica mix. I'm not even sure. I think it was Brassica. I just forgot the R when I typed it out. I think it's Brassica mix. And basically what it is it's seed to grow things that deer eat. Don't know why. Again, super random, but people have been buying it in droves in September and early October on both Shops and Marketplace. It's been selling well for me, okay? And all that is I think it's called, again, Brassica mix or something similar, and all it is seed to grow plants that deer eat, so I guess people can watch deer as they graze. Don't know, but it's been selling, okay? Next thing is wooden baseball bats and wooden blem baseball bats. They're basically like, unfinished wood bats, so like you can use them if you want, or you can like, I guess, tape them up or polish them or whatever. Those have been selling well for me as well. Number 5 has been car replacement emblems, and that's a number of things. I've been selling these for a long time, but they seem to pick up at the end of September and early October a lot. So you're talking like replacement emblems for car brands, so like Chevy, GMC, Ford, like all of those replacement, like Toyota, any replacement car brand, they sell well. I don't know why. And also like cool little replacement emblems, like another one that sells well is like the Transformer looking ones and like the Autobot looking ones. So like obviously if you've ever seen the movie Transformers, like the cars transform into Autobots or Decepticons or whatever they're called, I think that is. And so like those symbols, if you put them on cars, like people like them, I guess. They've been selling well. So pretty much any like car emblems and car replacement emblems for brands, okay? Number 6 is like canopy tents. So like your folding canopy tents, they've been selling well for me. They sold well for me in the beginning of summer and then they kind of dropped off. I don't know if there's a correlation between like the start of fall and them like picking back up again, but they have picked up again. So canopy tents, like gazebo tents, and even pop-up tents for camping, okay? Those have been selling well for me recently as well. And generally speaking, like all of those, the tents, the canopy, the gazebo, and the pop-up like camping tents, typically have pretty decent margins, and you can mark them up because it's kind of, you can get canopy tents or like any of those tents realistically for like as low as like 40 or 50 bucks or as high as like a couple hundred. So it's really about the quality of it at that point, and there's really no like set number that is valued at. And obviously you can get bigger ones, you can get more in-depth ones, but what I'm trying to say is like you can typically mark them up more than you would think, at least in my experience, because it's a perception thing. It's not like a set number value in stone, okay? Hope that makes sense, okay? Number 7 is outdoor fire pits. I listed so many of these, like hundreds of these in summer, thinking that like people would be outside with fire pits. I guess I thought like people would just be out back, like enjoying the weather, maybe roasting marshmallows. That was my logic in summer, and like I think I sold like literally 1 or 2 of them, okay? So now I still, like, they seem to pick up because I'd already listed them. They've been picking up recently in fall, so I started to list more, and again, just like as soon as I started to list more and more, they started to pick up again. So outdoor fire pits, same thing, staying with that same theme. Indoor portable fireplaces is number 8. So we're talking about like the little like portable fireplaces that you can move, as well as the ones that like you can stick in like and screw into like your what's the thing that the TV sits on. I can't think of words today. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't think of the word. So those sell well. Again, outdoor fire pits, indoor portable fireplaces. Number 9 is slow cookers and crock pots. I guess the only reason I can think like maybe these are selling well and they're picking up recently is like because maybe like football season's here and people are, it's like the cooler weather, so like people are kind of, making like, dips to watch football or anything like that. I'm not really sure, but they've been selling well for me recently. Again, slow cookers and crock pots. And finally, number 10 is tow hitches for trucks. So I would assume this is like to tow things. I've seen people, buy them to tow boats, obviously, buy them to tow like campers and RVs, and buy them to tow things that like, I guess like to take care of grass and take care of like baseball fields and stuff like that. So any tow hitches for trucks seem to be selling pretty well. Okay, guys, so that's 10 things that I recommend that you sell here on Marketplace or shops. Doesn't matter if you're a reseller or you're a drop shipper. They've been selling well. This is not stuff that like I want to tell you. This is literally stuff I just went through my orders, saw like a bunch of things that like, commonly came up recently. Again, obviously I just remember it too from like the end of the month of September. Saw it and was like, oh, that's been selling well. Saw a bunch of orders and I wrote them all down, right? Nothing special here, but I really hope that it helps. Again, as I always say here, like don't just go out and list 1 or 2 of these things and think that it works or it doesn't. Go out, find a couple of suppliers, list a couple different versions of these things, and you will find success that way, all right? So I hope it helps, and I'll see you in the next one.